All right, what's up, you guys? We are officially on the road to Comic Con, or should I say New York Comic Con, as at the time of making this video, it is Thursday, October 2nd, which means Comic Con, New York Comic Con, will be exactly next week, starting next Thursday, which is going to be a quick, fun event for all you GI Joe classified collectors out there, because as you know, they've been teasing and releasing some digital renders for upcoming figures. Now, for all the figures that we know so far within the GI Joe classified line, we were aware that they recently just revealed Hit and Run and the new Mole Rat Stage 2 figure. And according to this list that we have right here, where it says the four figures that were already name dropped back at San Diego Comic Con, we've had Night Viper, Iceberg, Big Lob, and Lifeline. So, as of this morning, not too long ago, the G.I. Joe team has just released a brand new digital render, and that's for none other than the new G.I. Joe Classified New York Comic Con reveal, and that is Lifeline. Now, keep in mind that this particular figure does come with two extra goggles, which unfortunately got removed when doing the backdrop. And he does come with a black flashlight, a knife, and a pistol, but those were also removed by accident. So, what you see here are actually just the part of the accessories that comes with the actual figure. So, do keep in mind of that as a little disclaimer. But I will say that this figure does look pretty decent. Um, it's it's kind of like a balance of what I had in my head compared to what I see in front of me. So let's go ahead and quickly break it down. As keep in mind, I will do a really huge live stream to talk about all the render reveals at some point. But for now, let's just briefly talk about this real quickly and share my thoughts. And if you have your thoughts, go ahead and share it in the comments below. So, looking at the accessories first, I am aware that with Lifeline being one of my favorite Joe characters to have in my O-ring collection, the accessories were that backpack that he has were technically gray in the original O-ring line. So the fact that the digital render is looking very white, so I'm not sure if it's just the lighting or is it still kind of like that light white or grayish tones, but the original O-ring had the gray backpack, whereas this one is more super vibrant and white. But you can see here that they added some green, I guess you can say, decals in there to kind of give it like a little, I guess, wavelengths. And then I kind of wish that the knobs were also colored a bit differently because it's really just all white. But I guess it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. Not too much of a drastic nitpick there. Now, the briefcase was another one of an accessory that I was really excited for because the briefcase from the original O-ring line was freaking amazing. Like it was one of the most well detailed briefcases in my opinion, and seeing it right now, we still have to see the front of the briefcase because that old O-ring briefcase had a lot of textures and details onto it and sculpting for like the hooks, or should I say like the clips and stuff on the top. So now that we see the interior of the briefcase, I also want to see the exterior of it. So hopefully that should be great. But otherwise, it's also white, which is in unison to the original O-ring briefcase or whatever. Then he does come with I believe that's an oxygen mask, and then there's other things. Now, I know that the original O-ring had the black mask with the hose that's attached to the accessories, but here it seems like they gave us more of the whiter color scheme. So, I don't know. I'm kind of like on and off about it just because I guess it's fine. I'm not nitpicking too hard on it. I just think like there's some things that could have been slightly better or more detailed or more added, but I think it's fine because again, it's just a render. I want to see how they're really going to utilize these in the official photography, so that's going to be awesome. Then we have the actual Lifeline figure itself, and here are my thoughts. So starting from bottom up, the boots are gray, so that's kind of my only nitpick of this entire figure. I give this whole figure a 9 out of 10. The reason why I'm taking 1 point off is because the boots are gray. If the boots were white, like the original O-ring one, then I would have honestly said that is a fantastic update to the G.I. Joe classified line from the original O-ring. So the gray boots kind of kill it for me, but I guess it's fine. The white knee pads, sure, I'll take it, and then the holsters and all the additional straps on the thighs and legs, all that came out fine. He does have the rescue text on there, and if you look at the original O-ring text of the Lifeline figure, you notice that he has like stencil style and it's more like, I guess, slightly thicker. This one kind of seems like they condensed the font just a little bit more, so it's not like as bigger as it should be. I'm going based off of memory, but it still looks fine. It looks like it's above the knee pad, but I feel like the old O-ring one had more of a wider text to it, or the font, so I'm not sure. It's kind of like how Outback's survival text was, where they kind of gave it more of a simpler text rather than the original O-ring one had a thicker text outline to the survival version. But I mean, it's still fine. Then his belt looks great. He's got more gadgets and stuff, and then the one of the coolest things about looking at this figure is really the torso of it, which I really do love because he has all that padding. And one great detail I love about this figure is really the sculpting of the jacket, and that's not just the puffiness of it, but giving it that high collar with the white zipper. That looks awesome. And then he's got the white undershirt and whatever. So that all looks great. And then he's got like the medic and stuff, or whatever, the patch on both sides, and then even on his chest. And then he's got the white holster. And again, he does come with weapons. The When I removed the background, it took away those weapons. So do keep in mind he does come with weapons. So he's got the holsters for the knife, for the holster, the knife sheath for the knife, holster for the gun, and then a place to put the flashlight, which is great. One thing that there's also another accessory that it does not include in this exact image is he does come with two translucent goggles, which are white. So if you do not want to have your Lifeline wearing a green glasses, you can remove. So which basically means it'll have a removed helmet, which is great. So we still have to see how he's going to look like without his helmet. So you can remove the helmet and put two white goggles on him. One's like more thicker, one's a little bit smaller. So I guess it's kind of the same how we had like Mutton Junkyard, like those types of goggles, or like Airborne or General Hawk, stuff like that. The helmet looks pretty good. I mean, he's got the white trims on the reds. The facial expression is fine. He's got the little radio communicator going through his the side of the earpiece, which is great. And again, going back to the actual description of the torso, because that's probably my favorite part, you can see a lot of texturing and creases by the elbows and wrists, which looks really good. Even the forearms, which makes it like jacket look so damn puffy and cool. So I think this is a solid 9 out of 10 figure. I think it looks great. Can't wait to see photography of it, and I think Hasbro did a really great job giving us this figure. So once again, I'm super excited to see how this is gonna go. Now we are very close, very close to getting Night Viper at this point. So my anxiety is going crazy. Can't wait to see what Night Viper is gonna look like. But as of making this video, as we are on the road to Comic-Con being Thursday, October 2nd, we now have the supposedly official rundown so far of G.I. Joe classified figures, as we know that the 3 Arctic figures won't be coming out till next year of 2026, so we got a long time for that one. Pythona and Ghost Viper will be going up next week for Comic-Con and Walmart's Collecticon. We've already talked a lot about those 2 figures, which we'll get into a little bit later at some point. Then we have the 3 new released or announced figures, which is Hit and Run, the new unaware figure of the Mole Rat Stage 2, and now we have the Lifeline, the new Lifeline figure. So, which is absolutely bonkers. It's exciting because now at the time of making this video, all we have is Iceberg, Night Viper, and Big Lob, which were the only 3 that they've name dropped since San Diego Comic-Con. So now that the list is slowly increasing, the anticipation is building, and we're only about a week away-ish from New York Comic Con, and I'm so damn excited. So, with that being said, let me know in the comments below what you think about this figure. Thank you for subscribing and supporting to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next episode.